You've been given an opportunity to head up the launch of a new initiative at work. What's your reaction? Excitement? Enthusiasm? Perhaps tinged with a bit of apprehension? Maybe you hesitate, wondering if you're up to the challenge. Today we will tell you how to launch a new business initiative. Before starting the video, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so you will get notified when we upload the next video. Number 13. Solve something. Never implement any initiative programs because it seems like a good idea or others are doing it. To be successful, initiatives solve a measurable pain point, i.e., electronic visit verification, EVV, employee retention, increased employee satisfaction, so that you can ensure that your program is having a positive impact. Number 12. Have a roadmap. Most initiatives will require support from various parties. Having a clear, shareable roadmap lets all of those involved know the various steps, key actions, owners, and most importantly, their responsibilities in a way that can be tracked. An effective launch strategy and a project briefing are always necessary. Change audits or risk assessments and change education may not be required for every change initiative, but consider if they would add value and insight before you start your launch work. Each of them builds change leadership awareness and capability. Number 11. Test first. The odds of getting things right the first time are low. No matter how thought through they are, it's hard to anticipate all of the variables and issues that might come up. Making sure your employees know how to use the electronic visit verification is key to initiative performance and success. Number 10. Branding and marketing. Don't simply call your EVV program electronic visit verification. Proper branding and marketing are keys to program recognition and user adoption. Your branding message should make it clear what your initiative does and why. Something along the lines of how this initiative will make their lives easier and allow for timely payments. Number 9. Measure and adjust. Prior to launch, make sure you have the mechanisms in place to measure the success of the program. These could include adoption or engagement metrics, as well as various measures of satisfaction. Are your aides finding EVV easy to understand? Know how to maneuver the digital clocking in and out, successfully executing EVV? Commit to specific, realistic measures of success so that you can know if you need to make any adjustments along the way. Number 8. Upper-level organization-wide support. For a new enterprise to be successful, you must have support starting at the top of the organization, including the dedicated fiscal and human resources needed to meet the goal. Another leader once told me, "Goals are just dreams until they are documented as part of a strategic plan and appropriate funds and resources are allocated. Money makes things happen." Number 7. Vision must be clear and concise. The end product, be it a new department, initiative, or program, must be clearly articulated at the beginning of the process. All key players need to understand their role in the bigger picture and work together to get to the same end goal. Whatever it is you're trying to do, make sure you understand your purpose from the outset. If you don't get it yourself, no one else will. Think about why you have chosen this particular area as a priority. Why is it important to your business? Why are you addressing it now? How will it work? Who will it impact in the business? Is it a short-term or a long-term task? The answers to these questions will be absolutely key when it comes to writing your pitch to the business to launch it successfully. What are you trying to achieve with this new initiative? Most new projects involve a certain amount of additional work from those involved and often those on the periphery, whether they like it or not. Therefore, it's important to get people on side at the very outset by persuading them that the investment of their already stretched time will be worth it in the long run. Eventually, people want to know how things are going to make life easier for them, usually by saving them time or money. If you get this point across successfully, you will be one step closer to a successful launch. Number 6. Hope for the best, but plan for the worst. A detailed project plan, including a timeline, must be shared and agreed upon with the entire team. Commit to regularly scheduled meetings to ensure momentum and accountability to the project, timeline, and budget. When obstacles arise, as they most likely will, Time and resources for such factors have already been included in the project plan. Conduct a change risk assessment, reviewing past change leadership practices and patterns to determine what leaders want to do differently with this change initiative can also assist in your change strategy. A change audit or a change risk assessment can be used to clarify the practices and patterns that the leaders consciously want to improve or do differently. This investment will reap the rewards of a faster, cheaper, and more successful change initiative. It will also raise leaders' awareness of their change leadership strengths and weaknesses for this initiative and likely all others. Number 5. Time and patience go hand in hand. Some projects require seed time to allow the idea to germinate across the organization. Once more people are aware of and supportive of the project, it can be positioned broadly as a strategic goal. Number 4. People can make or break a successful launch. A key characteristic of a leader is the ability to identify, develop, and effectively utilize the talent from the people on their team. Best-case scenario allows the leader to select their roster, but many times the team that is involved in a new project is inherited. Time needs to be allotted for the leader to work within the group, identify skills and aptitudes inherent in their people, plan time to develop competencies for others, and put the right people to work in the right roles. Easier said than done. Change education ensures that leaders are working from a shared level of understanding, terminology, type of change, process model, role accountabilities, and mindsets. Change education, if the change initiative is transformational, also includes the personal leadership development and cultural work required for the initiative to succeed and sustain. This involves changes in mindsets, behavior, and relationship required for the desired outcome to sustain over time. Number 3. Strategic business initiatives. If you have even a little bit of business experience, you've probably already implemented strategic business initiatives, even if you didn't call them that. For example, because technology changes at a rapid pace, many businesses find themselves implementing new software every few years to improve the efficiency of their workflows. Overhauling your business's tech system certainly merits a strategic plan, a budget, and a start and end date, transforming it from a mere goal to a full-blown business initiative. Some business initiatives could affect the entire company, but many can be launched within a specific department. For example, ClearPoint Strategy outlines marketing initiatives like cross-selling more items, remarketing to existing customers, lowering cart abandonment rates, or increasing email signups. Meanwhile, the shipping department could focus on improving warehouse efficiency, reducing the number of accidents or injuries, or reducing packaging cost. The financing department could be tasked with researching additional revenue streams or auditing internal spending to find opportunities to cut costs. Even if you're already following your industry's best practices, there's almost always room for innovation and improvement. You could develop initiatives aimed at growing your company's market share, improving customer satisfaction, or expanding to more locations. Ultimately, all business initiatives are implemented with the intention of affecting revenue or profit, so it can be helpful to not only ask, for example, how can we improve customer satisfaction, but also, how will improved customer satisfaction affect our finances? Number 2. Tips for successful company initiatives. Every successful company initiative starts with a plan. Much like a business plan or project proposal, an initiative plan should include the objectives and how they'll be measured, the team members responsible for accomplishing the objectives and the specific roles they'll play, a list of required resources, a working budget, cost savings analysis, and a financing plan if applicable, proposed methodology for achieving the initiative's objectives, a preliminary timeline. Pay particular attention on how you'll measure the results of your initiative. Business initiatives aim to improve some aspect of your company, so you'll need to have baseline data for comparison in order to know whether the initiative has been successful or whether a new approach is warranted. For example, before you launch an initiative to improve productivity around the office, make sure you know your employees' current productivity rates. In fact, your data might show that most employees are very productive and that the problem lies elsewhere, such as a workflow bottleneck. When it comes to workplace or company culture initiatives, the Design Gym advises that it's important to get buy-in from employees. These initiatives aim to make their workday better, and allowing them to shape the objectives will generate excitement and a genuine desire to see the initiative work. Failing to include employees in the process could result in resentment and a lack of interest in participating when finally asked to do so. And number 1. Strategic consultants can help. Sometimes it's hard to see the forest for the trees. If you and your team feel like you can't pinpoint exactly what's wrong with the business or struggle to come up with creative solutions, you might want to hire a strategic consultant. These individuals or companies act as business coaches to help you see your company from a new perspective. They also bring a lot of industry experience to the table, as they've seen firsthand what works and what doesn't. Do share with us if you know any tips for introducing business initiatives. Thanks for watching.